getting to the point, but taking the scenic route to get there. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
I'm Mike Hebert, owner of Cantex Roofing and Construction. Every day is game day, and we'll get it right when it comes to your roofing, construction, windows, and mirrors. Call Cantex Roofing and Construction today. Together, we are one serving you.
Hey, what's good? Happy Tuesday. Good afternoon and welcome. This is the Bottom Line on 100.7 The Score, the 100.7 The Score mobile app, TSportsNetwork.com, and on television, Fox 34 News Now, YouTube, Fire Stick, Roku, Apple TV. Lots of ways to take us in. However you're doing so, we are glad you've chosen to make us part of your Tuesday afternoon alongside the one and only George Christopher Snead. I'm Chois Woodman. Clint Scott slides in across the way and taking care of us. You can also join the conversation. Your thoughts, your comments, your questions, all of it welcome on the Yates Flooring Center chat line through that 100.7 The Score mobile app, which you can carry anywhere with you. Even listen in if you're out in Bone, Idaho. Ayo Sneeder.
What's up? What it do, y'all?
What is good, my brother?
Just stuff. Like all kind of stuff, man.
It's a stuff Tuesday. I got lots of stuff too. So we will take some residual reaction from.
Are you gonna say residual reaction from the Arizona State game or residual reaction from the tortilla talk?
I'm guessing both. We'll take reaction from everything. I'm tortilla'd out as well.
I am tortilla'd out, and
if people have thoughts, we'll listen to yours. I'm not going to give any extra thoughts.
I am to the point now.
Yesterday,
right now, where I am to the point where I am. If you're at this point now, where you're just going to be openly defiant about it, I don't want you around. I don't want you in the stadium. If that's your whole game, can't tell me what to do. I hope they find you and take you out, and then you're the guy that's going to show up, and now you're gonna file a lawsuit, try to get back in the stadium. I mean, I hope that they kick you out forever, not just for this year, forever. Forever. And if you're a season ticket holder, take your season tickets away from you.
Forever.
Sounds like we're all on the stage of wanting no masa.
Oh, gosh.
Dad joke of the day coming up at 1:45 today.
I'm powder keggish on tortillas about this point right now.
What is a powder keg?
Well, I mean, the match gets lit and I could go off.
Okay.
And I just listen to people, just reading the comments. People just.
So if you have thoughts on tortillas or the football game, Snead, I'm
pursing my words. Pursing my words?
No, I don't think you can purse your words, can you?
I don't know.
You purse your lips. Like, isn't that like just closing them? I guess
pursing my lips.
Words. So I've got the formula. I've got the solution to Texas Tech not losing again the rest of the season. So.
Score more points? allow less than
that is the main one. That is the main one. But I've got a little bit, not much more in depth than that, but a little bit more in depth than that on how Texas Tech's going to win the rest of their games moving forward. So, and Snead's going to love it. I promise you, Snead
really
will love it.
Okay,
probably not.
Is it calling the touchdown play every time?
Call the touchdown play. Man, I love when they do that. The touchdown plays are the best.
Yeah.
Those are great. We'll talk a little bit of everything. You said you were going to watch MLB ALCS.
Watched every bit of it last night.
Okay, you did.
Yeah.
You did.
I'm not a huge George Springer fan, but I jumped out of my seat.
God, what a moment. I'm not a George Springer fan either, but holy cow.
I went back and forth in that game about who I wanted to win also.
I did too, and I don't normally do that. Usually I watch and then that's when I figure it out. But I kind of wanted Seattle to just get to the World Series for the first time ever.
Yeah, but then I kind of enjoyed the fact that the Rangers had done it and Seattle hadn't.
Ha!
And it's special. Seattle went and got all those Rangers on their roster, and then they still couldn't get there.
Man.
And, I mean, I'm going to be rooting for the Dodgers no matter who got there because, in my closeted, which teams do I like from a closet standpoint? The Dodgers are one of them. So just because I grew up in El Paso and watching them on the Superstation out of LA, KTLA, so you kind of became a surrogate fan from far away.
You spend a lot of time in the closet?
No.
You should come out sometime.
No, I don't. I don't go in the closet very often.
Okay. You just keep your fandoms.
Way too pretty as a girl.
You keep your fandoms in the closet.
I mean, you get your closet fans. I got closet fandom.
I don't think I hide any of my fans.
Well, I'm a closet Dodgers fan because I kind of grew up watching them on the Superstation.
Yeah.
I'm a closet Brewers fan because their AA affiliate was there for 10 years in El Paso growing up. And I'm a closet Padres fan because their AAA affiliate's currently in El Paso.
Yeah.
And I'm a closet Nationals fan because they were the place where the Rangers came from, and they're using the same old Washington Senators logo.
I wouldn't say like my definition is different because there's teams that I root for, but I don't consider myself a fan of. Like ever since they beat the Raiders in a Super Bowl, I've always rooted for the Bucks. I
would say that's like a pseudo fan, not necessarily
pseudo fan.
Yeah, like you're sort of a fan. You're not all in. It doesn't bother you if they lose.
If I'm flipping the channels and they're on, I'm going to root for them.
Yeah.
Over whoever they're playing most of the time.
Yeah, there's a few organizations I do that.
Yeah.
But like then the Rockies, like that would be my second team.
You guys, you went and saw some Rockies games up in Dumas.
I think I've been to 11 Rockies games, 11 or 12, because that's closer to Dumas than the ballpark in Arlington.
But like the Bucks is a great example because whenever the Chiefs saw them in the Super Bowl, I was pretty livid that they won that game.
Yeah. See, this goes back to when me and Gus were doing the morning drive. One of our early topics when we didn't have anyone on the air to talk to, we would talk about things like who do you we? What teams do you we? So when you talk about like
who do you we?
Who do you we?
I only we my fans, my teams. Gosh.
Your fans?
I only we my own team.
Is that
the main team?
Which only wees his pants.
Wow.
I don't even think I we the Spurs at this point.
Yeah, you do.
We have to change the setup to this.
I know this is horrible.
Yeah, you 100% we the Spurs.
Yeah, if they're good enough, I would.
Yeah. Even when they're not. When I first met you, it was all the Spurs. We. I was like, oh gosh, who is this guy?
That was mostly because I was around Casey Cowan, who was a big Mavericks fan, so I had to let it come out even more.
Yeah.
But that was, I'm trying to think when you first met me. I guess the Spurs were still good then. Yeah.
Yeah, we were at the other station and
Yeah, very much so. So anyway, we'll talk a variety of things. Best jobs open in college football. There's a lot of them right now.
James Franklin is going to have a big time job.
He can have most any job he wants.
When you go back
Florida
and you look at what Saban said, how unfair it was. The guy was in the Rose Bowl last year.
Yeah.
The guy was in the Final Four, and then you come out and you go 3-3, and you fire the guy. Gosh almighty. I mean, hey, Penn State, congratulations on the $54 million check you got to write. You look really smart.
That would have been a pretty nice team you can put together with $54 million.
Have you seen Kirby Smart's spy out right now?
I have not.
Google that.
Is it large?
It's 3 times what James Franklin is.
Wow.
Getting to the point, but taking the scenic route to get there. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
It's the Bottom Line on 100.7 The Score and the 100.7 The Score mobile app. Chois Woodman, Chris Snead, Glenn Scott, yours. You never know what you're going to get to check off on your Bottom Line bingo card.
Did you think you were going to check off Canadian National Anthem today?
Someone did say, hey, thanks. Hearing O Canada on The Score performed by Snead completed my bingo card.
There you go.
Snead, there is, before we get to all the thoughts on the chat line, there is something that was missing from Texas Tech's game on Saturday against Arizona State that you've done all season long.
Streaker?
No, I have not seen a streaker at every game. But But if you're going to win football games this year, there is one thing that's you've got to get back to doing.
What is that?
Complimentary football. This was just for you, Snead. Complimentary football needs to be back, baby.
You know what? You only hear complimentary football when you lose. You only hear
why?
We didn't play complimentary football.
Why do you only hear that? Because when you do it, you're winning.
You only hear. No one ever says we played complimentary football today because and that's why we won. No, we played good football and
actually
we won.
Wrong. Coach McGuire brought it up like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I think after the Houston game, he did, right? Yeah. I'm being somewhat facetious because I know you hate that phrase, but I'm also being real. If you look at Saturday's game, something Tech has done a good job of is turning turnovers into points and getting turnovers in general. But also when your defense slips up, your offense takes care of it. Or when your offense slips up, your defense takes care of it. You have actually done a really good job of playing a good team brand of football. And this was something that you didn't have for whatever reason on Saturday. The last 2 minutes is a prime example. I didn't have a problem, Snead, with scoring too early. I've heard people talk about that. I've even heard Coach McGuire bring up the scoring too early thing, and I do think that is a real thing.
Yeah, I was a little...
But in this game in particular, one, you hadn't been scoring very well.
Yeah.
So you take the points where you can get them. Had no problem with that. And then, two, you've got literally one of the best defenses in the country, so I thought, okay, you can go get a stop like you just did.
Yeah.
So that's the lack of complimentary football there. You went and scored, and your defense wasn't able to back it up with a stop that you needed in that moment. Again, somewhat joking there, but there is some seriousness to it. I think that's one thing why you've been able to play so well this year is your defense and offense have complemented each other very well this season. And that's why we don't bring it up, because you've done a great job of it. You only bring it up when it's not going well.
That's my point. Complimentary football only gets brought up when you're losing.
Yeah, because you generally do a good job of it when you're winning. So you don't need to bring it up if it's not a problem.
I just don't like the term.
I know you don't.
Because
I know.
When you're winning, it's not something you have to say. We're playing complimentary football right now. No, you're not. You're playing good football.
Someone did call it on the chat line. Is it play complimentary football? Like 25 minutes ago. That was it.
Good.
That was it. Let's see. You thinking Penn State going to be writing a check is hilarious. Doubt it'll be more than $5 to $8 million. His new job pay offers what they owe him. If he gets a new job,
if he gets a new job, he has a buyout. The buyout's a contracted deal, and okay, sure. So it's fake money.
Well, donors will pay for it too.
The point is, they're paying him $54 million to go away.
It's crazy. He's getting that $54
Yes, he's going to get that $54 million. And no, do I think they're going to write him a $54 million check? No. It's going to be like most of them. We're going to pay you $5 million a year for the next blankety blank years. And if he's smart, he didn't get one, and it's written into his contract that when I get a new job, that goes away. No, you're getting it's your severance.
We got to get out America, you maple leaf syrup lover.
Oh, I do love some maple syrup.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do too.
But I'm American. Sorry, staying.
My ears hurt now.
Sorry.
Let's see. Yes, blue suede shoes.
That's a Elvis reference.
Okay. Oh, Memphis. Let's see.
And you told me to keep going, so I did.
I didn't actually think you knew the whole song. That was my fault.
Yeah, there you go.
I apologize.
You thought I was a perpetrator.
I just thought you knew like the first couple lines. How about God Save the Queen? How far you go on that?
I don't need to sing that song.
Okay. Why not?
It's God Save the King now, right?
I guess it is now, yeah. So you don't need to sing it?
Well,
we got so many NFL games overseas.
Well,
they sang it.
I saw that.
And I was sitting there thinking of America the Beautiful. whole
where
time.
our fathers died.
I laughed at the text this morning that if security starts patting down fans for tortillas and they happen to find a whiskey flask, you'll be ticked off.
Yeah, that's
where
unintended consequences here. See, you guys have tortilled yourself out of your flask, out of your boot flask.
Yep, that's where people are really going to get upset. Need an O-line that will protect for safety and production. I didn't think the O-line was as bad as some people have, but it was not near as good as you had.
They didn't play their best game this but I think that I think the quarterback made some bad decisions, and I think the play calling was underwhelming at points. And and so if you want to get complimentary, the offensive line didn't play well.
Yeah, no one.
The quarterback didn't play well. The play caller didn't call well.
Yeah,
that's complimentary football.
I think you can blame play calling. I think you can blame execution.
Yeah, I do.
Because I do think there were some times where Will Hammond missed open guys. Not missed as well. He did miss on
He threw
throws,
behind some guys,
but he also didn't see open guys. That's just
the fumble that Giancarlo Miller. He's making a catch that's behind him, and he's pulling it in and gets popped and loses possession. And
here's a text that seems a little bumfuzzling. I'm not sure the defensive line has the depth that Texas Tech guys promised.
Oh, wow.
What makes you say that? Even off of this weekend's game.
Skylar Gill-Howard's backup would start on a lot of schools in the
Anthony Holmes has played great, and he is his backup.
Yeah.
He played really well in the Arizona State game.
He would start at a lot of Big 12 schools. He started a lot of schools in Power 4.
I think you saw Arizona State make a good adjustment within the game, which was get the ball out of Levitt's hands a lot quicker.
I think that's
roll Levitt out at times. You saw them get him out of sack situations after Bailey blasted him 2 times in a row.
Yeah.
So,
and even when they did that, they still got pressure. And
Levitt made plays.
He threw up a couple of ducks that the receivers ran under. I mean, the one where he got planted, he just threw that ball up, and I'm not sure it was a Jordan lost coverage, and the guy he just lost his receiver.
Yeah, Jordan got burned a couple of times.
You also saw Terrell Tillman and Duda Banks get time too. So,
yeah,
I mean,
there's depth. Yeah,
the depth is there.
Yeah.
The snap count for those guys was because your offense's inability to move the ball.
Yeah, that's exactly. You probably saw the defensive line get worn out. Not probably. The defensive line got worn out more than they have the whole season because your offensive line didn't play good complementary football. And, legitimately, you didn't – the first half, how many more plays did Arizona State run in this game?
They had the ball.
Was it 20, 25 more plays than Tech? It was something along those lines. It was a big spread. It closed up a little bit after you drove it at the end of the game, but the play count was – way larger for Arizona State, which is what Texas Tech's used to doing to other teams.
Yeah.
You impose your will on other teams, but...
Off the Snead line here, a lot of folks just don't know a damn thing about football. And I think there's a lot of truth to that statement. They think they do.
Yeah, I don't...
But they really don't.
I don't know... The defensive line comment, I'm going to have to respectfully disagree with that.
Yeah,
you still have plenty of depth, and you're still one of the best in the country.
I don't even know if I'm going to respectfully disagree with it.
Disrespectfully
disagree.
I mean, I'm just going to say you don't know what you're talking about.
Bringing you the truth, or something like the truth. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Thrilled to be part of your Tuesday afternoon. What's a good one for you and yours? The Bottom Line on 100.7 The Score and the 100.7 The Score mobile app. Y'all keep chiming in through the Yates Flooring Center chat line. We'll continue to get some more of your thoughts and commentary there. Also want to get to something I had for you, Jamie. Oh, I do want to remind you to go check out all of our podcasts, wherever you consume your podcasts. Apple, Spotify, wherever you take your podcasts in. We've got lots of great content there. Ask Global Podcast posted yesterday. And Talkin' Baseball will feature one Davis Martin. Had a conversation with him.
we had a good time with Davis.
Davis is he's awesome. He is
Most down to earth, humble West Texas kid.
Yeah,
I mean, Red Raider through and through.
You'd never know this is a big league baseball player if you met him. Just talking to him. He's great dude. So had a good conversation with Davis Martin. You'll want to check that out.
And he tells some really good stories.
Yes. Once that's posted up at doubleTSportsNetwork.com or wherever you get your podcast, YouTube, go hit the like and subscribe buttons on YouTube as well. We have Red Raider Recon coming out later this week. Get you ready for Tech and Oklahoma State. So lots of great content there. All right. Without further ado, since we lost last week, we're changing up the order of the power rankings. Brennan gets to go first this week. We're changing it up.
I'm honored to go first, Choice. Or shall I say Chois?
I felt like that was I don't know, that was genuine there.
Oh, it's always genuine.
Okay.
I'll start from 16 going to 1. We'll start with Oklahoma State at 16, West Virginia at 15, 14 UCF, 13 Colorado, 12 Kansas State, 11 Arizona, 10 Baylor, 9 TCU, 8 Kansas, 7 Houston, 6 Iowa State, 5 Cincinnati, 4 Arizona State, 3 Utah, 2 BYU, and 1 Texas Tech.
Okay. I think mine are very similar to yours. Not exact, but very similar.
Go ahead, Choice.
Except I'm missing a team. I just realized I'm at 15. Who did I leave off? Oh, okay. I got him. All right, got him. All right, at 16, Oklahoma State, 15, West Virginia. 14 is the UCF Don't Call Me Golden Knights. 13, Colorado. 12, Kansas State. Are we exactly the same on the first 5?
Yes, so far.
Okay. 11, Arizona. 10, Baylor. I think I've got the exact same one as Brennan so far. Number 9, I got Kansas. All right. 8 is Texas Christian. 7, Iowa State. 6, Houston. 5, Utah. 4 is Arizona State. 3 is Cincinnati. 2 is Texas Tech. And 1 for the first time, I think all season for me, I've got BYU. A team ahead of Texas Tech. So
yeah, our 9-up is completely different.
We're very
not completely different, but there's some variation.
We're the same 16 to 10, but Texas Tech 2, BYU 1.
Okay.
Jamer?
Mine's kind of all over the place in regards to, at some points, it's about who I think is actually better. At other points, it's about who actually has the better record.
So Jamie's like, I don't care about any parameters. I'm just going to put these teams where I want.
I kind of went back and forth.
Okay.
I think so. Okay, 16 Oklahoma State, 15 West Virginia.
Gotcha.
14 UCF, 13 Colorado, 12 Arizona, 11 Kansas State, 10 Kansas, 9 Baylor, 8 TCU, 7 Houston, 6 Iowa State, 5 Utah, 4 Texas Tech, 3 Arizona State, 2 Cincinnati, 1 BYU. Do I think the Red Raiders are the 4th best team in the conference? I do not. But I think right now,
okay,
I have to put BYU, Cincinnati, and ASU in front of them.
For why?
Because BYU and Cincinnati are undefeated, and Arizona State has the same conference record, and they just beat them.
So you just went conference rankings for the top 4. Pretty well.
Somewhat.
Because Cincinnati has 1 loss this season. I also think they've played a weaker schedule. I'm giving you the reason I put them behind. They have not played the tougher teams in the league yet. They've got it coming up. So Cincinnati absolutely has a chance to prove their worth. They've got a 6-1 overall record like Texas Tech does. I did not put Arizona State ahead. They've got 2 losses this year. I also think they are, you've got a common result with Utah. a common opponent, which went completely differently in the same location. If Arizona State plays Texas Tech in a different locale than Tempe, I think the game goes differently as well. So I did not knock Texas Tech below Arizona State for losing by 4 at their place, with Texas Tech having the better overall resume too. So that's why I didn't put the Sun Devils ahead. BYU is the only team I could justify putting ahead of Texas Tech. And I still believe Texas Tech's a better team. We'll find that out eventually.
I agree.
But they're the only ones at 7-0, the only undefeated across the board team in the Big 12 Conference. And they had an impressive win against Utah this past weekend. Now they've got a tough schedule coming up too, so we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
But we had the same top 5, I believe, just in different orders. You had Utah 5?
I had Utah 5. I think one of you guys had Houston a lot higher than I did.
I went Houston at 6.
Yeah.
And you had them
Houston
where?
7.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not super high. This is a weird movie. I got to change it. Predators on in front of us. How many are there in the Predator franchise?
I have no idea, Joyce.
Expecting you to know this kind of knowledge, Jamie. Good grief.
I think you are confused.
Was there any other major discrepancies? You had Baylor 9?
9.
I had them 10. You said we had some different ones, Brennan. What were your biggest differences?
I had Iowa State 6, Cincinnati 5, Arizona State 4, Utah 3, BYU 2, Tech 1.
So you had Iowa State 6 as well?
Yes.
I had them 7. So we just had Houston and Iowa State flip-flop.
I still am not out completely on Iowa State.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not out on Iowa State completely, but the last result, they didn't play this last weekend, correct?
Yeah.
The last result we've got is our last 2 results are losses.
Yeah.
And one is to Colorado, so I am having trouble elevating them too much. That being said, they're a favorite right now over BYU at home, so if they go win that game, it changes my outlook on Iowa State quite a bit.
Iowa State, no matter injuries or not, they're a different animal in Ames.
Unauthorized question of the day here, because we got the real one coming up. Do we see a 2-loss team in the Big 12 championship?
I'm going to say no.
So you think it's two 1-loss teams that end up there, or an undefeated?
I think it's Texas Tech and Arizona State, and they already have one loss.
Just the 1 loss.
And I think they're not going to have any more.
I think this league has just got too much parity. I think I'd be surprised if you go from a year where there's 4 7-2 teams to a year where you got 2 8-1s playing in the Big 12 championship.
Maybe.
So I think you got 1 8-1 and maybe a 3-way tie at 7-2 after that. We'll find out. It's the bottom line. Question of the day on the way on 100.7 The Score.
Bringing you the truth, or something like the truth. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
It's a Tuesday afternoon on the Bottom Line, 100.7 The Score and the 100.7 The Score mobile app. Choice Jamie Brennan with you this afternoon. We'll keep your comments coming in on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. Get back to a handful of those. Talk some more Red Raider football. Jamie, I want to go look at the best job openings in college football. There's a lot of them. I want to get your take on what the best one open is.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do that in a little bit. But first, it is time for Jamie's question.
Time now for Jamie's question of the day on 100.7 The Score. Presented by Connecticut of West Texas. Life's hard, your water shouldn't be.
All right, guys, this is obviously extremely subjective. It doesn't feel very much like a choose joy question.
It's going to be hard because I'm a very objective person, Jamie.
You have to take into account that I'm a biased person.
I seriously think he could do a whole show with buttons. I really want to
Okay, so in the last 2 weeks, you've played 2 football teams, and there has been drama extraordinaire, it feels like, surrounding both games. Having to do with, the opposing coaches, a little bit off the field stuff, all the above, right? Mm-hmm. Those things affect my opinions of those schools, those programs moving forward. Like the rest of the year, am I rooting for them? Am I rooting against them? Whatever. Does it turn into a rivalry with these schools? Okay.
Okay.
All right. So my question for you gentlemen here today and our fine listening audience is, which of the 2 schools do you find yourself in, really the programs, the football programs, which do you find yourself disliking more now? Kansas or Arizona State?
It's still the programs as a whole, because if we're going head coaches, it's definitely or Kansas. I mean, he took that cake with the fiasco, and the fact that nothing public ever came out. By the way, he should have. If a punishment happened with said staffer, he should have made that public. He should have said he's getting suspended, we fired him, whatever, because he's
appropriate actions were taken.
Yeah, something happened there towards that staffer, because without him doing that, he's part of it in my mind.
It makes it feel like they figured out that more than that person was involved.
Yeah. And to me, it goes to the top if you don't say something.
Get rid of a bunch of people, so they can't just get rid. It's not as easy as just getting rid of one guy.
We're just trying to make it go away.
Yeah, and it also makes me think it was 100% not an accident.
Yep, I'm with you.
100%.
Yep, that's where I'm at. So anyway, with that, the head coach for sure is Kansas. Yeah, it's there's some less likable characters with Arizona State too, but it's Kansas because of everything that happened right now. It's not a very choose joy question.
I've already stated that choice.
I know.
Do I hear an echo?
I was confirming you.
Okay.
It was a confirmation.
Thank you.
That's all it was.
In spite of the aftermath of everything that happened with Kansas, for me, it's Arizona State.
Okay.
Because that, to me, is a program that I feel will be more competitive throughout these next couple years, and that I think between Texas Tech and Arizona State, those are 2 programs that could, year in and year out, for the foreseeable future, contend for a Big 12 title. Now, will Dillingham stay at ASU long?
Don't think so.
That's yet to be determined. But there's a regional aspect to it that gets the fans involved. And don't forget, ASU had a staffer from TCU that started the whole building your brand in the desert.
You're right.
Trash.
Yep, I forgot about that. And now he literally is in the desert.
And so there's some dislikable characters at ASU. I do like Dillingham. I think he's very whiny on the sidelines. I don't like coaches that whine too much on the sidelines. I get it. Fighting for your guys is one thing, but
so why do you like him then?
He's a program builder, and he's a great motivator of men.
I respect the job he's done. I wouldn't say that I like him.
The reason
I definitely respect him.
The reason I like him is because he's been outwardly complimentary of Joey McGuire when a lot of people have not in this era of NIL.
It felt like at Big 12 Media Days he was one of the most whiny, though, about it.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it was kind of backhanded compliments because he's like, man, he's got money. He's got good for him. But, yeah, I don't have the disdain for Kenny Dillingham right now. It may grow. I mean, there are definitely personality traits that can turn quickly and get unlikable very quickly. He just hadn't done enough for me personally yet to dislike. Nowhere close to the level of the Leipold stuff. But Jordan Tyson was plenty to dislike.
Yeah,
I am also not a big Sam Levitt fan, and I'm not high. I mean, I think he's a good quarterback, but let's be real. He has a high-end draft pick playing for him in Jordan Tyson.
Mm-hmm.
That makes his job a lot easier. Now, he's got to get the ball to Tyson. I get that part, but
yeah,
I think you take Jordan Tyson out of that factor, what does Sam Levitt have?
Yeah, I think Levitt's a good player. I don't have beef with him. I absolutely do with Jordan Tyson.
Yeah.
The answer for me is Kansas. I just as much as I
thought it was going to go the other way.
Yeah, as much as I just don't like how they handled that whole thing. And again, the thing that you brought up is really bothersome to me because it makes it feel like, and it's not. There's no guarantee to it. But it makes it feel like, okay, they knew others were involved, and so they're just going to try to make this thing go away instead of doing the right thing. I would love to know, after accusations were thrown at Texas Tech, was there ever ultimately an apology? Was there ever, their AD clearly, admitted mistakes were made by Leipold and others, but did Leipold, and he may have, did he call Joey McGuire and change his tune? I don't know. But yeah, in the past, it was Kansas basketball was always really easy to root for because they were so good, right? I mean, that's really why you rooted against them, is because they were so good.
You just said for.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's really, you root against them because they were good.
Well, it was also because there was sliminess there, obviously, too.
I'm sure it's college basketball, whereas they're not.
But I mean, they got away with some serious accusations.
But Kansas football now is kind of taken in that realm just because you didn't like it all the way Leipold handled that whole situation.
Yeah, if we're going by programs, as a whole, it's Kansas by a lot.
Yeah, that being said, I also didn't like how we handled the situation in that game either with our fans. So
correct.
Yeah.
Again,
which brought on him acting.
Like we said, not mutually exclusive. You can dislike one thing and the other.
Yep.
But man.
Jamie, was it easier for you to ask that question because a certain KU fan's not sitting in this seat right here?
I had that question in my mind. I didn't bother to ask it this morning. I'm just going to say that.
There you go. There's a question here on the chat line. Why was the offside flag picked up? I think because Kenny Dillingham bullied an official into not picking up or not making that call on a 40-yard play.
That's not on Arizona State. That's on the Big 12 conference officials. I would love to know what response, because I'm sure that's one of the plays that Texas Tech turned into the league of, hey, this was a bad call. I would love to know the response that they got from the Big 12 on that play.
Yeah.
Because he's not just barely over the line. I mean, he's way offside.
Way over. And that there was a flag thrown in the first place. This wasn't a missed call where you're just like, they missed it. This was a flag thrown because you did something wrong, and then we decided after a 40-yard play, we're not going to make this call.
It's basically the same play as the Chiefs-Bills a couple years ago when Mahomes lost his mind and almost attacked the official and all of that, and then afterwards everybody agreed that it was the right call. Yeah.
Getting to the point, but taking the scenic route to get there. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Happy Tuesday, everyone. It's the Bottom Line on 100.7 The Score and the 100.7 The Score mobile app.
Josh, do you hate that song too?
No, but I'm pretty positive I had full stop never heard it before this segment started.
That's Josh Faupel. I'm Chois Woodman. Brennan Riker across the way. We got a half hour left with you, so y'all keep getting your thoughts and comments in on the Yates Flooring Center chat line.
It's not my favorite.
Someone did say Josh just angered a bunch of peaceful deadheads. I think that's
peaceful
dead. I think it was supposed to be grateful, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know everybody's
fandom names and stuff.
Yeah, their fan clubs. So maybe they are peaceful deadheads. I think Grateful Dead was hippie era, so that would have maybe they are peaceful. All right, Brennan.
I didn't say it was a bad song. I just said I hate it.
I hate this song. You know what? That's very objective of you to say. No, subjective of you to say that. Yeah. You know, just because I don't like something doesn't mean it's bad. All right, Brennan, what do you got for us today?
All right. In light of what we've seen from these past 2 weeks, I'm here to tell you today that Texas Tech will not lose another Big 12 game as long as Behren Morton starts them. Tell me I'm wrong.
Do you want to put regular season in that?
Big 12.
I'm including all Big 12
Holy
games.
moly. Did you said Big 12? Okay, sorry, my fault. So you're counting postseason
Yes.
Big 12 games as well. You're not wrong. You're not. I hope Behren Morton can get healthy and stay healthy. Does it mean you can't win without him? No, because you've won second halves for sure without him. I just think your team is at its best. It operates at its best when you have your senior quarterback. There's a chemistry there. And there's nothing against Will Hammond, because I said it, and I've said it before, and Will Hammond may have the better overall career at Texas Tech. He might end up doing that. I think he's an excellent quarterback. I think his ceiling is really high. I just think he's got some inconsistencies. So Behren Morton, I believe, if he is your starter the rest of the way, he will win 6 games against Big 12 competition, and maybe one against Arizona State again. That's a possibility. Your turn.
Cool. I'll say you're wrong, specifically because of the condition that you set. So you said, as long as Behren Morton is a quarterback.
True, you did say that.
I think
As long as Behren Morton starts.
Okay, starts. Which actually makes it even better, because in games where Behren Morton starts,
You've won them all.
you've won them all. I would feel if this is, I realize this is adding a conditional statement, but if that was Will Hammond's worst game, I feel great about the rest of the season anyway. Because I don't think BYU is going to give you as much trouble as ASU did, because I don't know that people have to give respect to BYU based on their record, based on how they played last season and stuff. But the questions are still there as far as like, well, have they really looked that impressive? And I don't really think they have. I'll say you're wrong because of your conditional statement. I think you'd be fine. I think it'd be work if Will Hammond had to start and play other games, but I think you could win.
I mean, if we could sit here and say that if Will Hammond was to start the OSU game, the West Virginia game, the UCF game, sure, you could probably win those games by starting Will. But what you need now, probably more than ever down the stretch, including these 2 games coming up against Kansas State and BYU, is you need a strong veteran presence. You don't need Behren Morton to have the same weapons as Will Hammond, but you do need a leader at that position while Will continues to grow and learn as the young quarterback as he is. So there's both pluses and cons between the two, but I think what Behren brings to the table is veteran leadership, and you're going to need that to make a push.
I don't think you're wrong about your statement. I think it's the only reason I say you're wrong for the sake of the segment is because of the condition that you added to it. It's like, I don't think that's the only way you win, but yeah, I think you're right. If Behren Morton's starting, yeah, I think you win the rest of your Big 12 games.
Y'all can tell us what you think. Yates Flooring Center chat line wide open to you through that 100.7 The Score mobile app. People concerned about the future of this team. Texas Tech a minus 115 favorite to win the Big 12 right now. That's still a heavy favorite. Arizona State is actually second on the list. Not BYU. Arizona State, 4-1 odds. I think this speaks to their level of schedule moving forward. Mm-hmm. BYU's third, 7-1. Cincinnati fourth, 8-1, and then a big drop off from there, 20-1 for Utah. Iowa State 30-1, TCU 30-1. So,
so there's a number of teams that are technically in the running for the.
I would say
Big 12 championship. How many teams would you actually realistically give a shot at making the Big 12 championship?
4
teams.
4 right now
are the really obvious ones.
It's the top 4. It's Texas Tech, Arizona State, BYU, and Cincinnati. Cincinnati and BYU play against each other. Arizona State has somewhat of a cakewalk the rest of the way. Somewhat. I think they could still lose, especially away from home, because they have been a much different team away from home than on the road, as most are. But BYU and Cincinnati play each other. Cincinnati also plays, I think, at Utah, which is a really tough trip. BYU plays at Iowa State, which they're an underdog for this weekend. So, and at Texas Tech. BYU's got a really tough schedule ahead. I think they're a darn good football team, but I would be shocked if they escape with less than 2 losses. So, we shall see. When has AI gone too far, Josh? Already? I mean,
I'm getting too much into this. I am vehemently anti-AI.
There's a new toilet camera.
Oh my gosh.
This is not something that someone's going to get arrested for. This is something you can buy.
That went a direction I had no...
Nope.
This is something you can buy. Everyone's worried about AI taking their job, but you probably wouldn't want this job. Kohler just debuted a toilet camera that watches you go, then uses an algorithm to analyze the results to track your health.
A camera?
It's called Dakota, and it costs $600. Fits on the side mount of most toilet bowls, uses optical sensors to scan your waste, then spits the stats out on your phone. I don't like that phrase.
All right, rude.
So you sign in on a fingerprint scanner so it knows whose waste it's scanning. It can tell whether you're dehydrated, different things. Also looks for signs of bad health. Oh, by the way, on top of the $600, there's an annual subscription fee of $70 a year.
Of course. So we can't get away from subscription models.
Or $130 if you got the family plan. Yeah, I don't think I'm setting a toilet or a camera in my toilet. Just not something for me. But if you do, then great for you.
Yeah, Choice really can't fit any room with the bidet that's already in the toilet.
Okay, so what your point is? All right. You can mark toilet camera off of your bottom line bingo card.
This has been the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score. Go to 100-7thescore.com for more from the Double T Sports Network.